January 1942. Northern sector of the Eastern Front. Temperature E -30 degrees Celsius. Deep snow. Pine forest. Silence. According to military archives, on January 17th, a rifle company consisting of 63 men received orders to conduct a reconnaissance mission in a forest sector marked on the map as relatively secure. The mission was expected to take no more than 24 hours. They left at 2:40 p.m. They never returned. At 9:17 p.m., the company's radio operator made contact with headquarters. The entry in the command journal is short. Signal unstable. We hear movement around us. Attempting visual confirmation. No panic. No gunfire. No screams. 40 seconds later, the signal cut out. Headquarters attempted to re-establish contact for 3 hours. No response. The next morning, a search unit of 12 men was sent into the forest. They expected casualties. What they found was something else. The temporary campsite was located before noon. According to the official report, the fire had been carefully extinguished. Mess tins were placed beside it. Ammunition crates were untouched, and several rifles were stacked neatly against a tree. It did not look like a battlefield. It looked abandoned. But the most disturbing detail was the footprints. 63 sets of tracks led away from the camp. None came back. The search team followed them for nearly a kilometer. Then something changed. The forest grew denser, the wind stronger, and the tracks began to fade. There were no signs of struggle, no drag marks, no bodies. Just footprints becoming lighter until they disappeared entirely. Several details in the archived report were marked as unusual. First, some winter coats and gloves were found near the camp, folded. At -30 degrees, removing protective clothing is a death sentence. Second, there was no evidence of combat. Ammunition counts were almost full. No shell casings in the snow. No blood. Third, the direction of movement. The tracks were orderly, not chaotic, not scattered. They moved in formation as if the unit was still following orders, but no order had been given to advance at night. In an archived interrogation transcript, the search unit commander described the scene. His tone, according to the stenographer, was calm. Too calm. He stated, "The tracks were straight. No one was running. No one appeared to fall. It felt as if they were walking willingly." When asked if he heard anything unusual in the forest, he paused and said, "There was wind, and there was a feeling that we were not alone." That sentence never appeared in the final official report. It remained only in the draft. 3 days later, a radio operator in a neighboring sector intercepted a strange sound on the same frequency previously used by the missing company. It was not a voice and not simple static. It was rhythmic, repeated impacts, 1 per second. He described it as similar to footsteps, but synchronized. The recording was sent to headquarters. No analysis report has survived. When the snow melted in early April, the search resumed. The forest was combed again. No remains were found, no bones, no fragments of uniform, no equipment beyond what had been left at camp. 63 men were gone. The most unsettling detail lies in the final page of the archive. Military records typically conclude with a status: killed in action, missing in action, captured. In this case, the column was left blank. 63 names listed in order with no date of death. At the bottom of the page, written in pencil, were the words, "Write off." No clarification. No clarification. Their pay records were closed. Their families were notified with minimal explanation. Their unit was reassigned. Officially, the company ceased to exist. War explains many things: chaos, fear, command errors, disorientation. But war rarely erases people completely. Bodies are usually found, even decades later. Battlefields give up their dead. This Forest D.